Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all the honors, the praises, the glory belongs to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Mahavakar Kwadash. The name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. Son's name is Yahweh Shai, in who I reverence and honors to the apostles that are in the Holy Spirit, and to the hopeful elect across the globe, and to the few, the very, very, very few brothers and sisters listening and learning in the hopes of being saved within these last days, because we are living in the last days of the last days. It's going to be very, 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 very serious lesson. Lord willing, it won't be too long because I need to remove certain things off here and process certain videos. But yeah, this thing's getting real now. This thing is getting real now, right? And this is what I'm basically going to say, right? When you speak the truth, bro, you're going to ruffle a lot of feathers. You're going to ruffle a lot of feathers, bro. But yeah, there's a whole lot of corruption going on, but we can't be silent about these things. See, they want you to be silent. They want you to hide in a corner. Bro, speak the words of Yahweh by Sham Yahweh Shai. Okay? Let's go straight to this. We're going to go into the crooked-ass cops. Now, is every single police member in the police force, is every single one of them corrupt? No, but most of them. And some of them keep silent out of fear of losing their pension or whatever. Right? Because guess what? Every time I do go out and there's any type of so-called stalking, guess who's behind it? Guess who's always behind it? The police. The police. Because they ain't got nothing better to do with their time, except from honk their horns. Right? Fucking corruption. But that's okay, because Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to deal with you. Right? You stalking people for when you should be catching criminals. But guess what this is? Excuse me just a minute. It's organized crime. It's organized. That's why everything's put in place. There's a lot of theatre. There's a lot of traps. Once you wake up to this truth, you're able to see the matrix. We're going to get a few scriptures. But before we bring this out, listen, right? And in London, who controls the police force in London? Who controls it? Who has the say? It's Sadiq Khan, right? So Sadiq Khan has a say over the police force. So, bro, what's going on? And we know, yes, we know, they're Freemason fraternity. That's why they have the black and white checker hats. We already know that. But they serve the banker's interest. They're just pawns for the banker's interest, right? And so forth. Okay? They're supposed to serve the community, but they're not really doing that. Right? And they're recruiting people as well. Recruiting gang members. Right? And vice versa. Right? They have secret networks, use criminals to corrupt criminal justice system. So, bro, there's a lot of corruption, man. Right? You should be catching the real criminals. Not a man that's teaching the Bible, spreading the gospel. And you shouldn't be harassing people as well. Shouldn't be harassing people with V2K, right? Electronic weapons. That's your police doing that. All right? And this is a letter. This letter stops police gang stalking. And American Civil Liberties Union, ACLU, has received reports of serious and illegal harassment in your town and is seeking information which can help lead to criminal persecution of perpetrators immediately, as well as possible civil litigation against any government, right, agencies which might be complicit in organized stalking. So guess what? There is sites, there is the right way to go about this. There is people that can get these people sent down because it's illegal. It's a crime what they're doing. It's a crime, all right? So how are you going to have officers, right, committing crimes against the public? That wouldn't make any, but we know these things happen. It's old news, all right? Known as gang stalking is a crime in which individuals are subject to psychological terrorism. That's what they're doing. Subjecting people to psychological terrorism. All right? They're terrorizing public. This is what they do. They're not terrorizing me. They're not terrorizing me because Yahweh ain't going to allow that. They're trying to, and they hire people to do that as well. All right? And it says, check this out. Baba Kasha. Members of law enforcement agencies, intelligence units, FBI, security contractors, criminal informants. So these are who the police are hiring. Tactics include threats, abusive comments, entering into homes without search warrant, interference with employment opportunities, systematic harassment. What else? Noise, thefts, vandalism, wiretapping, computer hacking, all those things. And guess what? They're behind it. Organized stalking violates multiple laws, including the US Constitution. Prohibition, if I'm saying it right, prohibition against extrajudicial punishment. The US Constitution prohibition against searches, the federal law against stalking, 18 US Code 226. What is it? 1A, and anti-stalking laws. After all 50 states and District of Columbia, we want to hear from you, all right? If you are aware of any suspicious activity that might be related to organized stalking, please tell us about it. If you can contact one of your local affiliates, you should be able to tell the police about this, but the police are involved, so you're going to have to go to higher ups now, right? And get these people persecuted. Not persecuted, you know what? They might not even get persecuted, but they will have to leave you alone. They're going to have to, all right? Soon. See, they think they're gods. You're going to find that you ain't God. You're just a man. And it says, contact one of our local affiliates, right? And it says, Baba Kishar, the web page. It's going to give us the web page as well. All right, excuse me just a minute. Buzz off. Oh, this is Bumblebee buzzing around me. Our local web page. Excuse me just a minute. What do you want? Got this Bumblebee around me. Hold on. Our local web page has lists of local ACLU affiliates. So, bro, you have web pages that deal with this topic, all right? So don't have the mentality, oh, there's nothing you can do about it. No, there is things you can do about it. Just don't be complacent and think, oh, well, because you leave these things, it gets worse. They don't want other people to see it. They don't want the public to see it. It's hidden. They only want you to notice it. Right? And that's why they honk their horns, they do little slick shit, right? To try to intimidate you, right? But we're going to keep speaking the truth. Please support the ACUL campaign to expose and stop illegal domestic spying. Oh yeah, they do that as well. They also pay contractors, so-called maintenance men to put in certain gadgets, whether it's a flat, hostel, house. That's what they do. They use maintenance men as well to put cameras there. Install certain electricity, right, for torture purposes. So hold on a minute, you have governments, your police, right, and criminals acting out criminal activity against citizens. Madness. 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 If the public really knew what was going on, bro, you'd be losing your job, right? So we're going to get some scriptures that go into this as well, because the Lord ain't going to let it happen forever. You know, we ain't gonna let this happen forever. Crooked us. See, and this is why these people, this is why they get proud. Because when you join a fraternity, it's masonry, by the way. When you join a fraternity, it's like, well, you know, we got the police on our side. We got the ambulances. Bro. We're just mortal men. Right? The one you want on your side is Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Right? This program is fucked up. And we're going to go to Exodus, right? And even before I got here, they were trying to intimidate me before I got here as well. Cowards. Yeah, but they're a bunch of cowards. Let's go to Exodus. Go to Exodus, Baba Kishar. Excuse me just a minute. All right? We're going to expose this program. We're going to expose this cult as well. We're going to expose the whole lot. Let's go to Exodus, Baba Kishar. Before we go to Exodus, go to John 7. And jump straight to verse. Where was we? Because officers are mentioned in the scriptures as well. Now, bro, I'm not against officers. Come on, bro. They have to do their job. But, bro, when you start doing slick shit, following people around, sending out apps, you know the apps that are sent out? Guess who sends them apps out? Guess who sends them out? Bro, it's just dirty-ass police officers that send these apps out. And they send these apps out to the people, saying, please keep an eye on him. and they make false dossiers. And yesterday I had an individual taking pictures of me. I told you they do that as well. This is all based on setting up an individual. That's why they have to do that and make up false dossiers, because they don't have nothing on us. So this is what they have to do. And yeah, your police are behind that. That's why you may go into a town, you have the police car on the side of the road, sending out apps, right? Trying to hack into your phone, which they are doing, right? Go to John 7, Baba Kishar. This is John 7. And where was I? I'm looking for that scripture where it talked about the policeman, the officer, when they said, "Why haven't you brought him yet?" Right? A lot of you don't really read the scriptures as well to see what was going on in that time. Excuse me, just a minute. Right? And there was a division. Then said some of them of Jerusalem, "Is not this he whom they seek to kill?" So the public were saying, "Is not this he whom they seek to kill?" So the public, certain members of the public knew that the Pharisees were trying to get the apostles and really Yahushua put to death. That's what they were trying. All right? And it says, "But lo, he speaketh boldly, and they say nothing unto him. Do the rulers know indeed that this is very Mashiach?" Yeah, they did know. But they were just trying to deny it because they wanted to keep their position. How about we know this man whence he is, but when Mashiach cometh, no man knoweth whence he is. Right? Then cried Yahushua in the temple, as he taught, saying, "Ye both know me, and you know whence I am, and I am not come of myself, but he that sent me is true, whom ye know not. But I know him, for I am from him, and he hath sent me." Then they sought to take him. So these were very carnal individuals. They sought to take him. They were always looking for an occasion. What take is that? That's that kidnapping. Bro, it's that kidnapping, bro. So, bro, that's the type of mentality these wicked Jews, some of these wicked Jews had. But no man laid hands on him, because his hour was not yet come, and many of the people believed on him and said, "When Mashiach cometh, he will do more miracles than these which this man have done." So there was a lot of people, don't get it twisted. I always say this when you're teaching this word, there is people that are watching that actually believe what you're saying, right? That are waking up, right? But you always had some of the wicked Pharisees, they didn't want that. They didn't want Yahushua being preached. They were all about themselves, their camps, what they had going, their establishment. With the Romans, remember they were in the Romans' back pocket, right? And it says, when the Pharisees heard the people murmured such things concerning him, and the Pharisees and the chief priest, listen, and the Pharisees and the chief priest sent officers to take him. Police officers. Why ain't anyone bringing out these scriptures and breaking it down and slowing down and really breaking it down? They sent police officers to take him. So that means they had the officers in their back pocket. And these are high priests. These are the chief priests. These were the men that were in bed with the Romans that have sold out. And this is why I will always say this. Yeah, you give a reverence to the elders, to men that taught you, but at the same time, you speak the words and you back up everything you see with the scriptures. Now, am I saying every elder is against Yahushua? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that, but you have to filter this through the scriptures. But I'm saying there is elders today that are against Yahushua. If the scriptures talk about elders, then where are they today? Where are they? When people talk about the wicked chief priests, guess who they only mention? They only mention Vocab Malone. Vocab Malone. So is Vocab Malone, is he the only chief priest? The chief priests were talking about the men within the truth that had garments on. Right? That's who it was talking about. Okay? So let's see what else we got. Nay, but he deceiveth the people. Hold up just a minute. I'm moving too fast, Brother Kishar. So, hold on just a minute. Pharisees heard the people murmur such things, and Pharisees' chief priest sent officers to take him. Officers. Right? So there was officers sent out to take Yahushua Mashiach. Police officers. You see how real this truth is? Right? So you got to look at every circumstance you may be in. You got to look at the whole picture. All of the picture. So there's agents. Bro, that's no surprise. There's agents, there's officers, cult members. Yeah, most of your Pharisees, they were a part of a cult. They were a part of the world. Most. And you had Pharisees that believed in Yahushua as well. right? But the rest of the Pharisees, they were a part of the occult. They went and sold out. That's what they went and done, sold the hell out, right? That's why you have to filter everything through the scriptures, everything we see, everything that goes on. And you got these people walking around in their fucking stupid color codes, like that's gonna scare us. And let's go to John 7:45. Then came the officers to the chief priests and Pharisees, and they said unto him, why have you not brought him? So the Pharisees were questioning the officers. Where is he? Why have you not brought him to us? Right? And it says, and the officers answered, never man spake like this man. So, bro, I don't really want to hear elders talking about these agents in the camp and all that. Bro, who put them in there? Bro, they sent officers in the camp. I've been speaking about this for years. Right? Then the officers answered, never man spake like this man. So they were convinced. Almost converted. Right? Then answered them the Pharisees, also, are you deceived? So the Pharisees were getting angry. What, is he deceiving you as well? They were getting angry. Remember, these men were jealous of Yahushua, man. Envious. Right? That's why they gave him over to the Romans, out of envy and their position. And there was murmuring among the people concerning him, for some said he is a good man. Right? Others said, nay, but he deceiveth the people. So there was, Yahushua was a man of what? Mystery as well. Right? How about no man spake openly of him for the fear of the Jews? So within the scriptures, there was a lot of police activity. But this policeman wasn't wicked. He was listening to what Yahushua had to say. He was very convinced. He said, no man ever spoke like this man. Very convinced. So this shows you what's really going on, bro. So if you've got police officers that are onto you, you may want to look at those that are high up within this society. Chief priests, wicked men that have connections. Because the chief priests, they had connections, right? They were a part of an order, a fraternal order, right? Go to James and Romans. We're going to shut off soon. Baba Kishore. And I'm not anti-police, because you need police to guard and watch things, right? But just do your job properly. Stop messing about. And stop following me around as well. Follow the real criminals that are following me, that are doing evil. Flipping following me around for. James. Right. Go to James 2 and hold on just a minute. Check this out. But you have despised the poor. Do not rich men oppress you and draw you before the judgment seat. The rich men were the Pharisees, man. And draw you before the judgment seat, because they had a lot of pulling power, right? Authority in some way. Right? And draw you before the judgment seat. I forgot what the judgment seat's called, but that's what they were doing. Drawing others to the judgment seat. Judgment seat. Right? That's what they done to Stephen. They done it to Stephen. They got angry. They got demons on them. They got angry and wanted to stone Stephen. Even brought him, before they stoned him, they brought him before the judgment seat. And Yahushua and Paul. Just look at the patterns within the truth. And you could clearly see who's wicked and who's not. So I'm just getting at the scriptures that fit with this lesson. Like I said, I'm not anti-police. And I know I bring out this scripture a lot. I think it's in Hebrews or Romans. Now, say if you're doing the right thing, right? You shouldn't be scared of no police. Because if you're doing the right thing, you're in good hands. Right, excuse me just a minute. Hold on. Yeah, there's a lot of things these men ain't telling you. So I want to get something called Romans 13. Let every soul be subject to the higher powers. So the higher powers to be the powers that be. Yeah, there's a government. So we're still under government. We're still under government rule. So we still are subject to certain laws. For there is no power but of God. So God sets up all the powers. Right? See, now that's good. Even the dog had to chime in on that. You know? And the power, but there had to be it was right timing. The powers. No, that's right. The powers that be ordained of God. Right? No, well, you know, that's what dogs are supposed to do, innit? You got some dogs, they don't make any noise. So they, no?
Some he does as well.
Alright.
He
Alright.
goes growling
Yeah,
and
yeah.
telling everybody else.
Alright. You know, enjoy the rest of your day. It's quite nice out here today, isn't it? Oh, yeah. So it says, whosoever therefore resisteth the power. So we're not supposed to be resisting the powers that be. The powers that be, guess who they are? The authorities. So, you know, when police come up to me and they ask me, they don't really speak to me anymore. They used to come up to me, but they don't do it no more. But they know who I am. And you know, when they're in the car, they can click on the database. They got your face on the database, all that stuff, who you are, and so forth. Right? But the main thing is, whoso resists the power, the authority, resists the ordinance of God, because God set them up in authority. But you're not supposed to abuse your power. Right? And that they resist shall receive themselves damnation. For the rulers are not a terror to good works. So, please, I don't want brothers to say, oh, the police, and I'm not doing this lesson so you could, oh, the police. No. The scriptures, the rulers are not a terror to good works. So if you're doing good works, you ain't concerned with any enforcement. Government enforcers, you're not concerned about that because you're doing the right thing. And if they do need to get you on anything, they need to do what setups. And that's where the setups come in play. They're behind a lot of it, orchestrating it. Because they have links to what? Occultism and cults. Right? And it says, and that's why listen, if you're dealing with masonry, remember, Masons protect their own. And that's what it is. Okay? And they infiltrate your family. They tell lies to your family. Bro, they infiltrated my mother as well. That's why you got to pray. Even if your family ain't in the truth, they may not even make it. You still pray over your family. Because you got agents as well messing with your family. All that type of shit, bro. Even hitting your family with radio waves. Bro, all that's happening. But, bro, if they're doing that to a man of the Lord's, right? Can you imagine what's going to happen to them? Like, don't think nothing ain't happening to them. Things are happening. Right? And it says, Baba Kishar, and they're sending spies, agents to try harass you, try and get enough. Remember, because they want you to be deemed as mentally unstable. Bro, it's there behind it all. Right? And it says, will thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. So do the right thing, and you're going to have praise of the same. For he is a minister of God for good. The police officers are supposed to be a minister unto thee for good. Bro, they can help you out. You never know. You never know. An officer might help you out. Still useless. You never know. An officer might help you out. So you got to look at it in that way. You never know. An officer could get you out of a situation. Right? I'm not saying all officers, but yeah, most of them are corrupt. And I've done my studies, bro. I know a little bit, right, about officers. I know a little bit, right? Type in the Rampart scandal as well. One of the biggest scandals in America, where police were confiscating drugs out of the lockers and selling it back on the street, putting it right back up on the streets, right? And all of that, right? Bro, who do you think's controlling the gang members, bro? Who do you think? See, the gang members control, right? What do you call it? They control the community, right? But who controls them? The officers. You think they get the drugs? But that's another topic anyway. I don't want to get into that. And it says, for he is a minister for thee for good. For good. Right? But if thou do which is evil, be afraid. That's when you should be afraid of law enforcement. If you're doing what's evil. For he beareth not the sword in vain. Okay, they're ready. Wait, some of these officers, bro, they train. Some of these officers actually train like military style. Right? For he is a minister of God and a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. That's why we want to make sure we're doing the right thing. Right? Conduct yourself in the right manner. Wherefore you must needs be subject, not only for wrath, but also for conscience sake. So it says not only for wrath. So yeah, it doesn't mean you're not going to get harassed. That could still happen. right? But you want to make sure you're doing the right thing, right? Or for conscience sake, for this cause pay ye tribute also, for they are God's ministers, attending continue upon this very thing. Render therefore all their dues to who tribute is due, custom to who custom is due, fair to who fair, honor to who honor. So everything in this proper perspective. But this just to let you know is, with this whole thing, yeah, there's officers behind it as well. They're the ones that send out the apps and the locations and get people to do certain things. And of course, occult members as well, because the occult members are working with these police as well, because they're agents. That's why they're called gang stalkers. They've been hired by law enforcement. So Lord willing, this was edifying. And until my next one, Shalom.